I'm from Nnfcc. I'm one of the directors there. For what it's worth, my first degree was chemistry and pharmacology. I then did a PhD in biological chemistry, a couple of postdocs, worked for a contract manufacturing organisation, CMO, then a large one as a project manager working across sites in Europe, the US, and I joined Nnfcc in 2006. Okay, so what do we do? We're a specialist consultancy. We work in the area of the bioeconomy, and we've been doing that for over 13 years. So just about as long as the bioeconomy has been around, we've been around. We focus on three particular areas. That's bioenergy, so renewable heat, renewable electricity, biofuels, predominantly transport fuels, road fuels, aviation fuels, bio-based products, all the way from commodity chemicals, plastics, other polymers, all the way to touching on biologics production. So that's a very broad area for us. We look at the feedstocks that supply those markets, and we look at the integration of product production in biorefining. We have a very clear view of the future, a low-carbon economy where bio-based technologies play an important role in that. And when I say bio-based technologies, that encompasses biotechnology, but also green chemistry and other chemical transformations. Okay, what do we do? Well, our mission is about de-risking. That's essentially what all consultancies exist to do. Whether it be an externally funded project or an internally funded project, any innovative project that a company does has risks. The more you can de-risk, the more investment you're likely to get. And so we try as an objective to allow business to take informed decisions and build sustainable business strategies. And when I mean sustainable from a social perspective, an environmental perspective, and an economic perspective. So it's providing insight and knowledge that allows them to make the right decisions or better decisions. Research is our product. I've heard a few people say we don't make products, we do research for other people. Absolutely, that's essentially what we do, but I regard research as our product. And if we have assets, our team is our assets. I think I could make the case to say we've got the most diverse staff base in the room today. So there's 13 of us, but that 13 covers everything from material science through biotechnology, plant biology, agronomy, green chemistry, and energy engineering. So we're very broad. So how do we make money? All businesses have to make money to survive. We sell information. That's a small amount of our revenue. And we also undertake grant-funded research, which I'll come on later. We plough a lot of our money back into growing the bioeconomy and growing our own business sector. So grant-funded research allows us to recruit, it allows us to look at people, it allows us to grow our business sector, but it really doesn't make us a profit, it's a break-even activity. And as you would expect from somebody who are bioeconomy consultants, most of our money and revenue comes from consultancy services, either in the private sector or the public sector. We work across both, and I'll come back to that. And I just quickly looked through the list of companies that spoke beforehand, and either directly or indirectly, we've collaborated with 70% of the companies that have spoken before us. So our private consultancy, and this is why our staff base is broad. We do a lot of work on market analysis, working with companies to try and understand where the market would be in 5, 10, 15, and sometimes longer time horizons. Feedstock, logistics planning. Where is feedstock, especially if you're in a commodity area? You need to know where your feedstock's going to come from. Is it sustainable? Can you afford it? Are things going to change in the long term? Sustainability strategy. We do a lot of work for fast-moving consumer goods company, brand owners. Brand is very personal. It's very important to protect a strong brand. So if you're going to make a choice that affects your brand and it's based around sustainability, you want to get that right. Technology and economic appraisal, important areas for us, and overall project feasibility, working with investors, starting to do due diligence work on plant builds. We're not engineers, but we can benchmark technology. We are technologists or scientists by training. Our client base, it's quite broad, micro SMEs, all the way through to large multinationals. You'll recognise some of the people we work with there, some you won't, but large power plants, large chemical companies, but also small SME manufacturers as well. Public sector policy and strategy development, that covers quite a broad area of work that we undertake. So we work, and have done for a lot of years, quite closely with the research councils. We helped to set up the NIB. That was one of our contracts with BBSRC in particular. We also do a lot of work with central government. So policy development for Department for Transport, policy and information support to what was Department of Energy and Climate Change, now BEIS, is another one of our strategic clients. And we do a lot of projects looking at job creation, look at technology development, looking at what incentives are required and how big those incentives should be to stimulate markets. So a lot of public sector work as well. Okay, I mentioned R&D, grant-supported projects. TG mentioned earlier, we've done some work linking them up with the pilot plant in Ghent. So we have a number of Horizon 2020 projects, looking at markets, trying to engage between that academic and business interface. And also trying to network as well. We do a lot of networking projects, trying to highlight the opportunities for SMEs to access pilot plants or give them access to professional services like life cycle analysis or techno-economic analysis. Operating structures, imagine a small company of 13. We're pretty simple, as you've heard from earlier speakers. We wear multiple hats. I'm a lead consultant in the company. I'm also the marketing manager, director. Nothing unusual there for a small company. Our main recruitment area is at the level of consultant, so that's somebody who's got 3, 4, 5 years postgraduate experience. That might be from a PhD, or it might be working within another company, something in an area of experience that's relevant to the area that we work in. Once in the company with experience, people tend to move up to senior consultant, where you'll have key account responsibilities, and lead consultant take on responsibility for a specific business area. It could be anaerobic digestion, it could be the heat sector, for example. So what are we looking for? It's quite difficult, it's not easy. We operate in a lot of different areas, as you've seen. First thing we look for, somebody has to be scientifically literate. We need people that understand technology. We need to understand science. We're not looking for incredibly deep knowledge, because you're not going to be working constantly in your field of expertise. Flexible and adaptable is the next thing we look at. 1 month you might be working on a biotechnology related project that's around technology. The next you might be working on something to do with the heat sector and policy development. So you need to be comfortable, at least on a basic level, with chemistry, biology, engineering. You need to be happy to take on projects that are policy related or network related, not just technology focused. In the work that we do, you need to be logical and analytical. That is clear. We are doing research. It might be market research. You need to be logical and being able to look and assimilate data quickly. Excellent communication skills. You will be in front of clients from day one. You need to be able to talk and communicate. A lot of the project we do involves surveying, whether it be written surveys or telephone interviews. Passionate and sceptical. We are not sector advocates. We're not NGOs. The people that we recruit do have a belief, and that's important to us, that they do believe in what they're doing, but they need to be able to call out a company or a technology if it is not sustainable or if it is inappropriate. So, yes, we want you to believe in the area we work in, but we expect you to look at it skeptically. We do have an open position. It's just closing our website, but we are looking for a consultant at the moment. If you're interested, we're always happy to receive CVs and cover letters. You see more information on the website, or you will find us on LinkedIn and Twitter at Nnfcc. So thank you for listening. I'm here this afternoon. Any questions, just catch me. Enjoy lunch.